my favorite bunch of beauties. Welcome back to the channel. Today is pretty much a self-care day for me, so I decided I wanted to put on a little bit of makeup. I actually have a candle. I made the label for it myself, but I did a little bit of a self-love meditation this morning with my candle lit. I put a few roses and a few of my oils in it. If you want me to talk to you about my oils that I have, I can do that in another video. I also have my rose quartz, which is for like love, including self-love. So I did my meditation with this and I'm feeling pretty good. So now I want to put some makeup on. I pulled out the Pat McGrath, and this is the Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey. I cannot remember what year this one is from, but the colors in here are pretty much what I was going for today. I even have on my Unstoppable sweatshirt. This is going to be part of my Empower Wear collection. I did put a post up on it on Instagram and TikTok about it. So they're going to be 4 sweatshirts. And I think I did like sort of hint at that in another video. But yes, we are going to get started. I have not done makeup in a minute, so I am excited to do this. I have another video coming up because I do have the new Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette. So I'm going to share that with you in another video. So I am ready. So today we are going to be doing a little makeup. We are also going to be having a little chit chat about how to prioritize yourself first, or self-care first, how to prioritize yourself as I do my makeup. And I feel like I have everything I need here. You know me. I have everything that I need here. I am going to do brows first because that is what I do. My face already moisturized. So we are going to zoom in and get started. All right, so we are getting started with the brows first. And I am going to do what I do. My brows, I can't tell whether my brows are thinning or whether they are trying to grow back in, but we're going to fill these things anyway. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is how to set boundaries with people as a form of self-care. But definitely you need to set boundaries with people. People will tend to want to impose sort of their views or their feelings on you. People may want to sort of monopolize your time, and you need time to do things yourself. So you have to learn first and foremost how to set boundaries, how to say no. Even when sort of, as an example, I have people who want to tell me, and this is at work, they want to tell me how I should be charting things, how I should do my documentation, how I should be not interviewing, but speaking with patients on the phone. Yes, I do appreciate your input, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do things the way I feel like they should be done, the way I feel like I'm protecting myself with my documentation, and the way that I feel like I am serving and caring for the patient at the end of the day. So hard no, I am definitely going to set boundaries. I'm not going to do everything that someone tells me that I should do because that is the way that they do it. So that is a form of setting boundaries for me. I'm just going to sort of brush these here. They look a little bit too stark. All right, and the second thing that I want to talk about is what I'm doing today, and that is taking time to care for yourself. What I do, I have my I am going to use, I have not brush number one. How am I supposed to do makeup with no brushes? I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I am going to be using MAC's Paint Pot in Contemplative State as my eyeshadow base. And yes, I want to talk about not setting boundaries, making time for yourself. Sometimes, definitely in the world that we live in now, you kind of have to schedule. As much as I don't like saying that, we are so busy right now that you have to kind of schedule time in for yourself, or you have to like set a date. Ooh, that's looking very blanked out. I feel like I see another change in my lids, but anyway, yeah, so you have to set aside time for yourself to do things that bring you joy, to do things that soothe you and get you ready for that next week that you are definitely going to have to go through, whether that be going out to go to work, whether that be working from home. There are going to be some demands on your life that you kind of have to take a break from. And yeah, you have to do things for yourself. Now, that can be like a skincare routine, something as simple as that. That can be like what I did this morning, a little bit of meditation. Anything like that, time to journal, anything. It can be something as quick as like 5 or 10 minutes if that's all the time that you have. I am just going to set my base with something from this Fenty bronzing palette. I'm going to use the lightest color and just set my base here. Yes, and I am back to the point that you definitely have to take time for yourself. You make time for everyone else. You need to make a little bit of time for yourself to relax and recharge. All right, so we are going to open up this palette and see where the colors are going to lead me today. And let's see. I am sort of I'm feeling neutral, but at the same time I feel like I need a pop of color. So what I am going to do first is go in with this shade right here in my crease. And I want to say along the same lines of taking time to care for yourself. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty. This is something that you need to do for you. Anybody who makes you feel guilty for stepping up and saying, listen, I need time for myself, like maybe we need to reschedule this, is not somebody who you need to give your time to anyway. My opinion. I don't know how other people feel about that, but that is my opinion. People in your life need to understand that yes, you do need time for yourself, and making you feel guilty about it is not the thing to do. Sometimes we make ourselves feel guilty about these things when the other person is probably perfectly okay, but you feel bad because you couldn't help that person out in the moment. That is something that you need to work on and let yourself off the hook for, because they are probably quite understanding. Either you can do it on another day, or they can find somebody else who can help them out. But don't feel guilty for making yourself a priority, especially when you know you do so much for other people, which most women tend to do. We do so much for other people and then we put ourselves on the back burner. Make yourself a priority and do not feel guilty about it. I am going to go in with this shade here because I love a shimmer on a lid. And these shades have names. It's this shade right here, but I want to tell you Bronze Nova, I think it is. Sometimes these things on here are backwards and I can't tell which one is which, but I'm going to go with what I think is Bronze Nova on my lid. And at the same time, I need something wet because Bronze Nova is a little bit disappointing. It builds up a little bit, but yeah, it's mostly sparkly and you can barely see the color. So let me grab some Fix Plus. I haven't used this palette in so long, I couldn't remember what I did and did not like about it. But let's just spray my brush a little bit, and I am hoping to pick up more of that shade. That looks a little better. This is like one of my favorite comfort zone types of shades. So I was a little bit disappointed when it wasn't. It's still really subtle, but that's okay. That's okay. I still kind of like the way it looks. I am gonna spray the brush again and do my other eye. I am so happy to be here, sitting here today doing my makeup. Oh my God, I forgot how much I miss doing this. And I have been just sort of letting other things get in the way of things that I enjoy doing, and it is not something that I wanted to do or something that I should let happen. I'm going to take this brush again. I just want to kind of go back over this area. Not putting extra product on, just kind of trying to sort of blend this area. And then I'm going to go in, I'm going to use this, no, I want to use that for my brow. I need, let's see. Actually, I'm going to use my same eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to go in with a shade that's beside Bronze Nova. And I'll tell you what it is. That is Nocturne. And it's this darker shade here. And I'm going to go on the outer V with that shade. And just sort of make this area here just a little darker. It feels so good to just put makeup on. I have absolutely nowhere to go today, but don't care. I just wanted to sit here with you all and put some makeup on and have a little conversation. Alright, so I'm going to take my blending brush again. And what I'm saying, what I just said about liking just to sit here and kind of chat with you all and do my makeup sort of brings me into the last thing that I wanted to talk about. And that is to, I feel like I need to blend some more. So far so good. I'm really liking the way this is coming out. Is to identify what makes you happy or identify what fills your cup. Like, I was saying, like, sitting here with you all today and doing my makeup, it's something that makes me happy and something that I have not been taking time to do. And I kind of regret that. I absolutely regret doing that. So I am happy to sit here and do this. And I am going to ask you all to just kind of sit. I'm going to take, there is nothing in this palette that I want to use. So I'm going to go back into the Fenty bronzer palette. I'm going to go into that light shade again and just put a little bit of something under the brow. This sort of cleans everything up to me and adds a little bit of a highlight. Not an obnoxious highlight, but it adds a little bit of a highlight up under my brow. But yeah, do things that you find joy in doing, things that fulfill you, that make you happy, that you think can recharge, refresh you. That is a form of self-care, definitely. I am going to just take this brush here. This is like my favorite brush for the lower lash line, and this is from the Lotus collection of Sonia G. This is the soft definer brush. And I'm going to take that shade Nocturne and go under my lower lash line. But yeah, you want to, like in summary, I'm just going to go over in summary again. You want to set your boundaries. You want to schedule time. I have had this, listen, I know I am so back and forth with this. I have had this palette for however many years since it came out. I have not taken the film off of the mirror yet. Annoying. But yeah, back to the point. You want to set your boundaries. You want to schedule time for self-care. You want to not feel guilty because you have set this time for yourself. And don't give in to somebody who then comes and says that they need you to do something for it. And you want to find things that bring you joy or that fill your cup or fulfill you. And what I want to ask of you all is to just sit back and reflect on things that you think you can do, just little small things that you can do, using this one again, as a form of self-care. And then let's have a conversation about it in the comments. I know as we get older, and this is not even like saying as we get older, like women over 40, as we get older, period. Like once we enter the work world, it's almost like automatically we are putting ourselves on the back burner and we stop making time for ourselves. We need to make a conscious effort to do this or you are going to burn out. Like I have found myself burning completely out recently. I want that pop of color. So I'm going to use the shade, what is this? Citrine Envy. I think this is, yeah, Citrine Envy. And I'm just going to like put it on this part of my eye. Here we go with no mirror again. So I'm going to take this, which is the foundation I'm going to use today. I'm just going to use this mirror and start putting eyeshadow on my pants. And I just want to put that little bit of a pop of color right there. It's just, it doesn't have to be the most. Just a little bit of something. I feel like as it is, it's more than I wanted, but I can take like my eyeshadow brush and just sort of mute it out a bit or blend it in a bit. Sorry, I'm covering the mirror. I feel like one of the hairs from the brush went into my eye. I think it's gone though. Okay, so I think that is it. That's going to be it for my eyeshadow. Yeah, I feel like I have something in my eye. I am going to use one of my favorite eyeliners, and that is the one from Melt. Well, actually, let's use this one. This is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio eyeliner in the shade Smooth Walnut. I'm just going to put that on my waterline. Alright, I am just going to use the foundation powder from Fenty, just sort of dust a little bit of it on my face. This is the Seamless Complexion brush from Real Techniques. I am not going to be doing a whole heck of a lot with foundation today. So this is the perfect thing to use. And we will start sort of at the center of the face. I do have a little bit of fallout, but that's okay. And just add a little bit here. I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead. I knew I was going to get it on my scarf. Didn't mean to do that, but blend that out a bit. And what I didn't do that I'm going to go ahead and do really quickly is put just a little bit of concealer on. I'm going to use the Sephora Best Skin Ever. This is in the shade 35N. And we're just going to do just a little bit of concealer. And I have another one of these brushes here from Real Techniques. This is my favorite brush for concealer and for eyeshadow base. And this is the, they call it a dark spot correcting brush. I bought a set of these that have different names, but they all look the same. You can use them for what you want. I think one of them is called a concealer brush, but you can use them for what you want. I think the and this is so random, I think the Sephora sale is coming up. One of my friends, my enabling friends here on YouTube, sent me a text message, and I have to text her back. I think I was asleep when she sent it, with the dates on it. I can't wait because that is usually around the same time of my birthday or close to my birthday. So I am going to be picking up some things. I have not bought anything besides this ambient lighting palette since last year. And I want to see what's new, what I can get on sale. We want to get a lot of Sephora stuff because it's going to be 30% off. All right, so that is going to be it. I want to try. I picked this up in the drugstore a while back. I don't know if this is the right shade for me, but this is the bronzer from NYX, the Buttermelt bronzer, and this is in the shade Butter Off. So I am just gonna, I'm gonna use, what is this? I think this is the Perfect. This is a cheek brush. I don't know. We'll use this for bronzer today. And see if I can see some bronzing with this shade. I feel like I went to Sephora, not Sephora, to Ulta. And I saw these. And of course, first of all, they were all messed over. And then, second of all of the darker shades were gone. This one I had picked up from Walmart. So I guess I lied a little bit. I didn't shop a whole lot, but I bought this and a blush, and then that that Black Radiance stick, which is too light for me, or too dark for me. Those are the only three things I bought, and I think I bought those because of my sister. But anyway. Alright, so that is it for the face. I am making a lot of noise here. I just want to put on something simple for the lips, and we will be done. Alright, so we are going to just be using the shade Horchata from Urban Decay, which looks like this. I'm going to line my lips first, and then we'll put it on. And then that will be it, because I'm going to do my cheeks in the video with the Hourglass palette. So I am just lining my lips here. And I don't know why I put that back, but lips are lined, and this is nice and creamy. It looks sort of like a satin. I don't know if it's supposed to be a satin or a matte, but it is nice and creamy. I don't even know if they have this anymore. I haven't bought anything from Urban Decay in so long. Okay, and that is that. That is the majority of my look for today. Thank you all so much for spending time with me and watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are already subscribed, please make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video coming out. Have a great day, and don't let your day be a waste of makeup. Bye.